Welcome. In this video, we're going to evaluate the integral of x with respect to x from -3 to 3 geometrically. And this is a definite integral. So remember, the result will be a number, some constant, some value, not a family of antiderivatives. Now, as we're tasked with doing this geometrically, we should absolutely begin by sketching a graph. Please pause your video and sketch your own grid as I am, and make sure to label and scale your axes. So here is the scale. Each two dots I'm counting is 1 unit, Each two squares is 1 unit. And then my labels will help identify this. So please pause your video and try this independently. Okay, welcome back. You should have sketched your own grid. And you notice again, mine is scaled. Each two squares is 1 unit. So this is the scaling. And then the labels, I've labeled numbers on the axes to ensure the scale is obvious. You could really just do one on the x and one on the y, and that would suffice. And then, of course, if you want to get really specific, go ahead and label the x and y axes. Now, please pause the video again and sketch y equals x on this graph, please. Remember, math is precise. You should be using a ruler. So pause your video, get your ruler out, and sketch y equals x, please. Okay, there is my sketch of y equals x using my digital ruler. And we want to integrate from -3 to +3. So let's find this. Here is all right. And again, if you're looking at this strictly geometrically here, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you did this, I'm going to point out a caveat here. For those of you watching this who already know what I'm getting at, you're going to say, oh, I'm missing something. Yes, I'm missing something, and I will get to that in a second. The thing is, when you're evaluating integrals, area above the curve, so excuse me, above x-axis is positive. And when I say positive area, I mean positive signed area. And signed area basically tells us that we're treating this as a negative number here. So this area in pink, we're treating as a negative number because it's below the x-axis. So above the x-axis, you treat it as positive. So you treat area as positive. Below the x-axis, you treat the area as negative. So that's what I'm missing here. This is negative signed area. So that means I need to treat this as the negative of this area. So I'm going to put a negative here, and I'm going to make sure this one has a negative in front of it too. So what is this integral then? This integral from negative 3 to 3 of x dx is equal to the integral from negative 3 to 0 of x dx plus the integral from 0 to 3 of x dx. So again, the green is positive, signed area. The x-axis in this case is equal to 0. Please keep calm and math on.